Olá, bom dia. Carl Munson here with the Good Morning Portugal live stream, YouTube channel and podcast, of course. Yeah, olá, bom dia, amigos. How are you today? Tudo bem? And of course, the other day I put on my little titles there, impress me with your Portuguese. And that stands every day, okay? So, yes, I just saw your comment, Peter. I think what hold on. I'm so easily distracted, aren't I, as you know? Yes, do impress me with your Portuguese. Try that in Portuguese, Pete. But yeah, Pete must have been early to see the stream there. I forgot to put the starter screen on. Let me just show you that again. That beautiful scene there. I went to visit Quinta da Nogueira, the walnut farm, yesterday, and took some beautiful photos. That one there, Mrs. M and daughter Minnie looking from the balcony of this beautiful place. It's one of the most beautiful houses I've been to in one of the loveliest villages I've been to in Portugal, actually. A real lovely surprise yesterday, and only about 10-15 minutes from where we live. And we are in the middle of moving house. So yes, Pete, I am tired, but here I am for you, with you this morning, nonetheless. And Pete reckons he caught me yawning. You may well have done, because what I normally do is I put that starter screen on, so we've got 60 seconds for give people a chance to come and join in and get comfortable. It's like school assembly, isn't it? Now sit comfortably. I forgot to put the starter screen up, so there I was, basically meditating just before I started. I was drawing on my inner resources, and I may have yawned as well, Pete. So yes, captured. And guilty as charged. Oh, there we go. Bom dia. Estás pouco cansada hoje. Very good, Pete. Yes, good day to you. Are you a little tired today? Some great bits of vocab in there. Cansado is tired, of course, and hoje is today. Very good, Pete. And yes is the answer. Michael Brody's here. Look, everybody. Michael Brody's here from OurNet. Have you? He has been our guest, talking about his platform, OurNet, which is a community-focused social network platform. Did any of you try it? And have you anything to suggest to Michael? We do. I mean, I got a warning from Facebook yesterday for posting up something about mask wearing, and I was not warned exactly, but I was told it wasn't current science, and it even went as far as to say it wasn't something like this is not reality. Which is sorry for coughing on you there, but we're safe, socially distanced, of course. I don't have a mask on, unfortunately, but I'm very interested in, we have to have a debate, I think, about these things. And I posted up something, not because, God, if the test was truth, or if something had to be scientifically true for me to post it, if nothing I posted would be up there for very long, and I'd be getting those stickers all the time. They're just a bit touchy, aren't they, about all this coronavirus stuff? And I would say, if I may go a step further, in maintaining the official and dominant narratives. So I'm all about discussing those official and dominant narratives. I was very surprised to receive such a warning, and that's why I'm mentioning it, because Michael Brody here has, for the last 15 years, actually been working on a social network, even longer, I believe. And there is hope there for people to co-create a platform rather than have one imposed upon us from the, what are they? The corporations of Silicon Valley, who appear to be running our online lives. Enough of a rant about that, but you get the gist. And I do recommend that you come along and join us on ournet.news to build not a brave new world, but a human, to go back to human values and motivations, and create a fabulous bottom-up, we-centric, yes, laugh all you like, but a bottom-up, we-centric, human-to-human social platform, which is Michael Brody's gift to the world there. And yeah, okay, Anna Lucia, I saw the yawn too. I am tired. Cansado. And yes, you may have seen me yawn. I'm only human, for goodness sake. Yeah, I know it's funny too. And I'll be more careful to make sure that my starter screen is up. And do keep those pictures coming of early morning Portugal. It's so lovely to share those as a way of us all, getting ready and getting comfortable before the show starts. And what better way than to share a morning view? Pete, you've been great with those. Gary's also been awesome with those. I supply a few. And it'll be lovely. Claire and Steve have sent a couple. It'd be lovely to receive your picture of what you see when you say to yourself in the morning, or the people around you, good morning, Portugal. Hola, bon dia, Portugal. And just as Paul Williams is saying that, hola, bon dia. Thank you to you, Paul. Still in the Ardennes, or are you on the move yourself as well? And they say, don't they, that being moving house is one of the most stressful things you can do. So I suppose I am moving. Excuse me, 1 minute. What am I like? Yawning and coughing. What a state to be in when trying to be professional. Yeah, moving is supposed to be one of the most stressful things you do. And I suppose we should address that from time to time, shouldn't we? That would include emigration, of course, to Portugal. So your tips on moving, the best hacks you've come up with, get someone else to do it. I suppose it's the best hack, isn't it? Get someone else to move all your stuff. But moving country, big stressful thing. So we're moving, and we're moving at what is arguably one of the most stressful times for humanity with the global pandemic, in these difficult, challenging times in our culture. And of course, that's why it's so important for us to get together, I think, and have a bit of a giggle and share our information and have a look at what's going on in Portugal right now in our familiar way. So familiar that I'm happy to yawn in front of you. Quick look at the weather then. And I could easily say, as I sometimes do, yes, it's nice again. Actually hot nice. If you like a bit of heat, you'll get 31 degrees in Lisbon later today, currently 22. Very sunny day all week there in Lisbon. And having a quick look at the whole country, actually, sunshine all the way. And these are the times, I suppose, for people who aren't in Portugal yet, to be really jealous of the weather. But rest assured, it does get seriously hot as well at that biting point where the expats say it's too hot. Yeah, it'll be hovering around the 30 mark in Lisbon all week. Porto, a high of 27 today, not going over 30 there in Porto. So that's worthy of consideration. If you're still thinking about which part of Portugal to be in, obviously in the north in Porto, the temperature is going to be lower and you won't be quite so challenged by the heat. Coimbra, however, 33 degrees today. I'm moving in that sort of heat, moving stuff, doing manly work. And some of our vocabulary today, actually, I should tell you that we are looking at the best and worst families to raise a family. Where would you say Portugal comes in that ranking? We are top 20, but we're not top 10. I was surprised to find out. We have a very heartfelt boast, and I use that in a very positive way. Someone very proud of their country, Portugal, and all the great things that happen here that you may not know about. So I'll be going through that and some lovely vocabulary from the wonderful Catia Lima. And I was reminded of that because of moving. I'm going to tell you what Portuguese for beefcake or hunk is, because she likes to share with us a little bit of everyday vocabulary. Let's just finish off the weather before we go to all of that today. Faro, I'm surprised it's not as hot as the rest of the country. It hasn't been, but that's about to change, I believe. 27 is the high today in Faro Den in the south, and the plus 30 temperatures are kicking in from tomorrow and will last for the foreseeable future by the look of it. So full-on Portuguese summer in the south, in the Algarve now. Oh, I need to, in my tiredness, let me have a look here. I need to, let me just take myself off the screen, because you're not going to like what happens next. How do I do that? Oh, here we go. I really am tired today, aren't I? I only went to plug in my laptop power and then caused a massive crash of all kinds there. More comments from you. We are here until early August in the Ardennes, lovely part of the world, and reminds me of parts of northern Portugal, except the prices. Yes, absolutely there, Paul. Bon dia, Carl. Misty start in Costa de la Voz this morning. However, we're full of cheer today on Mrs. Mac's birthday. So parabéns from me and all the gang here to you, Claire, today. And one short... Oh, no, you can't say that. You can't out her as a bus pass carrying... qualifying person. That's not fair, is it? But a bon dia from Costa de la Voz. We'll gloss over that. And Lee said the better possibly. Actually, that does remind me, however, that tomorrow we will be talking to Claire Jacqueline Bendel, who has started a website and has created videos for women over 50. And I'm not giving too much away there, it would seem, by saying that. And I'm wondering what she's doing for men over 50, including myself. So really looking forward to having a chat with Claire Jacqueline Bendel tomorrow, Fit for 50, if you want to look it up, and have some questions ready for her tomorrow. But a happy birthday, Claire. Parabéns to you. And I urge everyone else to wish you a happy birthday and show off their Portuguese as well. So let's go to that best and worst places to raise a family this morning. Best and worst countries to raise a family in 2020. There's hearsay, there are anecdotes from other families, and there are stories shared by the media. Then there is hard data. Oh, God, going back to fact-checking and fake news and all the rest of it. Hard data. Okay, there is hard data, but then we go and interpret it how we damn well like anyway, of course. But anyway, we've gathered critical statistics from 30 trusted international sources to create the Raising a Family Index. And this is from asherferguson.com this morning, that will help you, apparently, find the best and worst countries for raising children in 2020, which is a bit weird in a way, isn't it? Because, like, maybe there are some strange families who want to find the worst place to raise their children, just to give them a strong character, perhaps. And you will be delighted to know, and maybe you're shocked to think that it's not higher in the rankings, but of the 195 countries, I had to look that up this morning, because I'm finding out that Portugal is 12th in this league, and that's of 195 countries in the world. I thought it was 180 or so from, I don't know where I got that figure from, but I looked it up. One, you know, and I didn't fact check this, but 195 countries, I guess, or thereabouts, depending on, you know, how many countries are splitting up. Given the polarity of things at the moment, you might expect there'll be more and more countries as sub-regions divide and, you know, declare independence and so on. But for the timing, let's go with 195, and let's see here from this article. Actually, let me put it on the screen for you. Oh, my green screen's snowstorming. It's all kicking off this morning, isn't it? But let me share this Asher Ferguson website with you so you can see for yourself countries to avoid raising a family in, and countries to flock to. And of course, you know, us here, we're going to be singing the praises of Portugal, are we not? As a great place to raise a family. I would certainly endorse that. And let's have a look at some of the other. Let's have a look at the hard data. Data, of course, is singular, is it not? Yeah, I noticed this. It sounds a bit uncomfortable when we're hearing so much data from scientists at the moment. Look at the data. What do they say when they're trying to pluralize it? It's still the data. Anyway, I digress. Where are we? Oh, gosh. The best and worst countries for raising a family. Deep breath, Carl. But no more yawning. AsherFerguson.com. Number one, I wouldn't have expected this, but Iceland is number one. So truly, what's the expression? Smart mums go to Iceland along with their family. Number two is Norway. Look at these. The Nordics are doing well in this table, aren't they? And I guess it's to be expected, isn't it? So yeah, Iceland, Norway, Finland. Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Finland, 1 to 4 respectively. Luxembourg. A lot of Portuguese people in Luxembourg, of course. Maybe they're affecting the quality of life there. Denmark, again, to be expected. Germany, possibly. Austria, Belgium. Northern Europe are getting the grasp of this, aren't they? The Netherlands, again, a bit of a safe bet and guess at 11. And then you see Southern Europe making an entry with us at Portugal at number 12. And I'm not going to drill down into all that hard data, but they basing this on safety, happiness, cost of living, health, education, and time. I'm imagining there is 168 hours in every week wherever you go in the world, but I suppose it's what would that be? That particular thing, the time index. Let's click on that and find out if we can see a simple explanation. Oh God, no, that's not working, is it? But anyway, we're number 12. Would you agree with that? I certainly, surely everyone here would give Portugal a thumbs up for a place to raise a family. Let's have a look at a few of your comments. Can you wish my nephew Ben a very happy birthday? 16 today. Absolutely. Parabéns to you, Ben. Parabéns to you. Of course, 16 today. What's it like to be 16, eh? Would you want to be 16 again? In some ways, yes. Some ways, no. And I wish you a very happy birthday, Ben. The whole world at your feet. In some cultures, you would be well and truly an adult. Some are expecting you to wait to 18, some to 21. But certainly 16 is an incredible milestone worthy of great celebration. And I hope you, like everyone here, have a great day today. So a few birthdays today. Bon dia from Stephanie Bennett. Bon dia, Carl, and all. Been so busy in the mornings before the heat. Happy to be with you today. Yes, a very interesting point you make there, Stephanie, about attendance on the show. Of course, you can catch it on YouTube and you can catch it via the podcast as well. But yeah, a lot of people, I suppose, who are going to be outdoors, and that would apply to a lot of us happy homesteaders, don't have time to be dilly-dallying around watching live streams at 9 in the morning. We're cracking on in the garden from about, what, 6? And then waiting for it to get hot, then taking a shower and a siesta perhaps, and then getting back out there later on. Although actually the residual heat is making working in the afternoon quite difficult as well. So yeah, thank you, Stephanie, for gracing us with your presence. With that said, all right, some other things to share with you about this wonderful country. More reasons to love Portugal, as you can see there on my screen. And this comes from Emilia Asuncion. Things you didn't know so much about Portugal. Okay, we know it's a great place to raise a family. We can agree on that. And we can see that being in position 12 amidst all those northern European countries is a pretty good achievement. It's all relative, of course. And yeah, very interested in your comments about that, about as a place to raise a family. Other information, though, here about Portugal from Emilia. This was a Facebook post. So yeah, okay, it's not been fact-checked. Oh, when did that happen and why? Anyway, I'm not going to go into that, the whole sort of philosophical debate about what is truth. You don't want to hear that, do you, at 18 minutes past 9 in the morning? I know the country, says Amelia, that in 30 years, and this is a translation from Portuguese, so sometimes it's a little bit, ooh, what does that mean? And sometimes it's downright funny, as we were about to find out. That in 30 years has gone from one of the worst infant mortality rates, 80 per thousand, to the 4th lowest rate worldwide. Yes, Portugal, fantastic statistic there. 3 per thousand now in terms of infant mortality. An improvement we would wish for the whole world, right? Who in 8 years built the second most important European register of bone marrow donors, indispensable in the fight against leukemic diseases? Didn't know that. And you can play along with me at home. Did you know this? Did you not know this? Who is the world leader in liver transplant and is second in kidney transplant? No, didn't know that either about Portugal. Who is world leader in applying immediate implants and fixed dental prosthetics for total toothless? Now, that's a bit of a wonderful translation. For the total toothless, of which I have to say I am becoming one. And a really spooky thing happened to me with Facebook is I've had some, are you having your breakfast? How can I put this? I've had some dental issues. And as you can see, I've got very British teeth anyway, the kind that Austin Powers belittles and makes fun of in his movies. Because, of course, the Americans have perfect teeth. Perfectly crafted, I guess would be the right way of saying that. And that has a lot to do with Portugal, it would seem, in terms of innovation for people with dental prosthetics. World leader here in Portugal. Did you know that? And the spooky thing that happened to me is, I don't know, I must have mentioned it. I don't think I put a post up of, guess what, another of my teeth has fallen out. But I got these sponsored ads for people with big gaps in their teeth. So it's either looking at me and thinking, like the algorithms are thinking, he's got British teeth, we better fly some of those Facebook ads with dental prosthetics in past him. Or it's that Facebook microphone thing where it's heard me mentioning it to Mrs. M or something, and again, flown the adverts past. That is so weird. I don't like it, but it's also funny. Who has a company that develops software for the elimination of paper as a support for the clinical registration in hospitals, the alert system? Another that is one of the biggest Iberian companies in pharmacy computerization, that's the Glint system, and another that invented the first anti-epileptic of Portuguese root of origin, I'm guessing that means, and that would be the Bial system. Incredible medical innovation there. Big up Portugal. Who is world leader in the renewable energy sector and the 4th largest wind power producer in the world, who is also building the largest dam plant, or dam plan, that should say, I think. That will be 10, and at a European level with EDP, the controversial EDP, who I feel like a major sponsor, an investor in EDP at certain times of year. Here we go, more. We're only halfway through this list. Who invented and developed the world's first ever prepaid cell phone payment system, which is world leader in identification software, which is a company that corrects and detects the flaws of NASA's computer system, and as the best company incubator in the world, that would be the Pedro Nunes Institute of the University of Coimbra. And this is a great translation, who pants 100 million people worldwide and produces the 2nd most expensive footwear on a planetary level. I think this is actually who shoes or Portugal shods, I don't know, creates footwear right after the Italians, who manufacture innovative sheets with different odors and anti-germ properties where they sleep, for example, 30 million Americans. So we here in Portugal provide antibacterial sheets for 30 million Americans. Who knew? And I think we are a massive footwear producer. We know that, don't we? 2nd after Italy in Europe, it would seem as well. What country is state of the art in plastic molds and world leader of energy transformer technology and revolutionized the concept of toilet paper? And if you saw my picture I posted to Good Morning Portugal's page on Facebook, you will see that there is an incredible range of toilet papers for every sensitivity. Let me put it like that. Who has one of the best ATM systems worldwide and has developed an innovative system of paying on motorway tolls, the Via Verde, which I need to go to the post office and do today. Yeah, but the ATM, the cash machine system is incredible. You can do loads of things on it. And I hear they're even creating one that makes a nice Portuguese coffee, so that whilst you're waiting there for the people who are paying all their household bills, and it will only take about 45 minutes, you can stand and have a coffee that the ATM is also producing. Who revolutionized the distribution sector, which wins awards for the construction of shopping centers in other countries? That's Portugal too, and leads the hard discount sector in Poland. In addition, I didn't realize Pingados is a Polish-owned company, I was told. Again, fact check that for yourself. In addition to the largest cork producer in the world, the Amorim Group, who leads production and transformation worldwide. Could have guessed that, but there it is, officially, largest cork producer in the world, who manufactures a swimsuits that sprayed records at the Olympic Games in Beijing. Spraying records, I guess, is, bagging a few medals there. Wore 10 of the hippic selections. I guess that's hippodromic, in the equine area of the Olympics. Picked up a few medals there, which is the biggest producer of kayaks for sports, which has one of the best football teams in the world, the best coach on the planet, and one of the best players, of course, Jose Mourinho and Cristiano Ronaldo there being referred to. Who has... it's getting a bit boring now, isn't it, bigging up Portugal so much? But we've got to continue, because these are so many wonderful things to be proud of here and that make Portugal so great. Who has a Nobel Prize in medicine, a Nobel Prize in literature, one of Mozart's most notable interpreters, and several internationally recognized painters and sculptors? They would be, although they're internationally recognized, have you heard of Paula Rego, Julio Ocharda, Maria Helena Vieira da Silva, and João Coutilheiro? I'm sure big names in the Portuguese scene, and names we should probably look into, actually. I'd like to do that. Who has 2 winners of the Pritzker Prize, the Nobel Prize in Architecture, and had a Pope as well, Pope John the 21st, I believe, if my Roman numerals serve me, Pedro Julian Rebolo. The reader possibly does not recognize, just concluding this now, in case you're wondering if I was ever going to stop, the reader possibly does not recognize in this country, the one in which he or she lives, that this is an extraordinary country. And it is. The country is Portugal. It has everything written above, plus a wonderful sun, a stunning light, fabulous beaches, great gastronomy, and lots of human warmth. Yay, Portugal! Força, Portugal. And this lady concludes. Emilia says, this is undoubtedly the country that remains an example of civics, I guess, of civic pride of great people. My country, big love heart. And now I say, I didn't choose it, but I was lucky, and I am lucky to be born here. I would never choose another one. Love that. Absolutely love that. Let's see whether you think this is a good place to raise a family. It's still snowing. Your picture of you with text, more reasons to love Portugal, is a bit strange. I don't think he's referring to my green screen breakdown there, Ferry. I can always rely on you. How's it going? Flog it with Ferry Westphal. Is that house sold yet? I'm doing my best to help and advertise here. Gary says, I tried your idea with the face mask, but those side strings really chafe. I think you can guess what suggestion I gave Gary to do with his face mask. Who are the roller hockey world champions? Portugal! We can make a few things up here, can we? And just chuck them in. Hold on a minute. I've got to sort out that blooming green screen, haven't I? Let me just turn it down a bit. In case you're transfixed. Oh, look, I can do this. I can disappear. And I can reappear again. Who makes the greatest green screen technology in the world? Portugal. Anything else we could think of to put in that list? Yeah, a picture of you with text, more reasons to love Portugal, is a bit strange. Thanks, Barry. Who is the largest producer of Portuguese people? Portugal. Yes, absolutely. Which country has the most Portuguese men and women in it? Portugal. And the most Portuguese children? Portugal. Oh, it's turning into a Monty Python sketch now. Thanks, Pete. Fantastic. And finally, today, come on, behave yourself, green screen. I'm not feeling tired anymore, just emotional. And I'm going to put this on the screen. The wonderful work, everybody. Okay, concentrate now, because it's vocabulary and culture time with Beyond Lisbon's Catia Lima. Look at one for the ladies, or for the lads who like lads. There it is. Say it in Portuguese. Pachora and Matulão. And apparently she had to do a lot of research to find this picture of me on the internet from a few years ago. There it is, the wonderful Beyond Lisbon blog, Experience Portugal Beyond Lisbon. Absolutely. Which country in the world has more districts outside of Lisbon than anywhere else? Portugal. That one doesn't work so well. But anyway, you get the gist. For this week's post on Portuguese slang, I didn't know she did a weekly post on Portuguese slang, so obviously that's a good reason to subscribe at beyondlisbon.wordpress.com. For this week's post on Portuguese slang, we'll be focusing on words that can be used to describe people. One is a personality trait and the other is a physical trait, both of which are how I like to see myself. I'm adding, that's not what Katia is saying. I'll let you be the judge of this. As mentioned before, please remember these words are used only in informal situations, so don't be embarrassing yourself in front of the mayor, a priest, or other dignitary in our culture here in Portugal. Portugal! Beware, however, because some may have different meanings in different parts of the country. Oh, God, here we go. And particularly in cities, some words have an added meaning stemming from their use in Brazilian Portuguese. That, I do know, can get you into a lot of trouble with that interplay between Brazilian slang and Portuguese slang. Be careful out there when you're chucking these words around. Okay, so first, pachora means patience. It's a feminine noun, a lot of it. This is not just being patient. This is being proper patience of a grandmother, you might say. It's usually used when your patience is reaching its limit. You can say, for example, já não há pachora. Literally, there's no more patience. Oh, yeah, you're really grinding my gears, man. Já não há pachora. Or, não tenho pachora para isto. Literally, I have no patience for this. It's a really nice Latin outburst, isn't it? If, for example, you're dealing with a particularly annoying person or situation, you can say, que pachora. I might try that today. That's bound to come up in the moving house, setting up a new internet provider, paying my Via Verde toll in Portugal, which, yes, Oh, no, we've already done that one. You can also use the word passionento. And this is how I would like to think of myself, even though it's not always true, when referring to someone who is usually very calm, laid back, and or does things slowly. For example, oh, Zé é tipo muito passionento. Zé is such a laid back guy. So there you go. A passionento, laid back person. Try being that guy or that girl today. I know you birthday people deserve to have a nice laid back day. So have a good one. And I don't know how I can connect this to birthday wishes. Some people may, of course, enjoy this as a gift or a stripogram. Matulão, noun. Oh, matulão in the male and matulona in female. Matulão means a big, strong man. And if you get one of those for your birthday, wow, your cute Portuguese vizinha, neighbor, may, with an emphasis on it, call you matulão if your abs are well chiseled, guilty as charged. But that's how we usually apply the word. So hunk or beefcake, I guess. Esse rapaz está matulão, meaning this boy is big and strong. People say that about me all the time in my village. It means that a boy grew up a lot and looks healthy. The kind of thing your elderly vizinha will likely say about a child she hasn't seen in a long time. And that is the main use for the word. Oh, okay, so it's like a haven't you grown kind of thing, isn't it? It also occurred to me that some of my readers living in Portugal's countryside may eventually come across a local hunk with strong arms that can help them with several different chores. Why would that occur to you, Catia? Talk about a handyman, right? In that context, it would be appropriate to say to your vizinha, young or old, your neighbor, meaning he's a big, strong guy. The female version, and we're going to be talking about this tomorrow. What a fantastic bit of production that is, connecting with the Fit for 50 with Claire Jacqueline Bendel. The female version, mutalona, can be used in the same sense as the masculine version of the word, but when applied to an adult woman, she's seen as being tall, curvaceous, and beautiful. I'm sure that we could shoehorn that into tomorrow's interview with Claire Jacqueline Bendel, who's specializing in creating videos for women who want to stay fit after the age of 50. And I will be asking her, in the interest of gender equality, what she's doing for us chaps over 50. But that may come to a fella to do that, right? And do you fancy that, Pete or Gary or Ferry, to be our kind of Mr. Motivator kind of person to keep us beefcakes in beefcakey shape for the rest of our lives? Okay, back to the comments. Don't forget, the female version is boazona. Okay, does that mean a female beefcake? Which I have to say isn't my cup of tea. I'm not judging, but you know, those female bodybuilders, I think that would be quite alarming to wake up in bed next to. But it's not all about me, and maybe I shouldn't have shared such a preference with you. Who cares? Tell us more, Pete. Does that mean like if I may use the street vernacular, which I do not approve of, but is that a bit like, you know, fit bird, boazona? Wayne Barker, third attempt to get the Via Verde sorted today. What are you doing? Do we need a Via Verde clinic here? Is that you trying to buy the transponder to stick in your windscreen or to go pay your bill and the queues were too big or whatever? Or I don't know. Tell us more, Wayne, about your Via Verde pain, and we'll see if the community wisdom here can help with that with a bit of a hack or a shortcut. Matulona. We do have the cure for this tomorrow. Matulona is just a nice way of saying, you fat baby. From Ana Lucia. She is always frank with us. We can't accuse her of being anything other than frank and straight. Thanks, Ana Lucia. But is it kind of an acceptable euphemism to say that? Or is someone just going to punch or slap you in the face? Should you say that? Joe Johnson, I'm late joining today. That's fine, Joe. I hope you came in at a moment where what was going on was understandable, because it's been quite a random set of information this morning. Boazona means hottie or attractive girl. Hottie. Oh, haven't heard that for a while. Brilliant. So some superb vocabulary to conclude with there. Sorry, Joe, we're just finishing. But I wish you a bon dia as well. Have a great day wherever you are. You're in Central Portugal, of course, Joe, aren't you? And we'll be back again tomorrow. And I was going to say, with any less tired, but actually probably more tired, And I'm hoping that our guest Claire Jacqueline Bendel, fit for 50, doesn't try and make me do anything live on the screen here in terms of physical fitness. I tell you, I am getting enough of a workout every day today, carrying all my personal possessions from one place to another, which is what human beings do, isn't it? We just move stuff around and like thinking, do I really need this? I haven't looked at this for whatever 32 years. Do I still need to be carrying it from home to home? Forgot paperwork each time. Okay. Did realize you need to carry your filing cabinet around with you. Welcome to that will be another one, wouldn't it? Which country in the world requires you to carry a filing cabinet around with you? Portugal. It's good practice, Wayne. It will make you I've forgotten what the word is already, but it will make you, I mean, it's sort of multitasking going on here. It will make you a moutalão, a beefcake, by carrying around your filing cabinet with all the information that you need in it. And yeah, seriously, for anywhere you go on official business in Portugal, take everything you possibly can with you, including your grandparents' DNA certificates and that kind of thing. Ideally, take your great-grandparents with you. Boa zona is better. It is voluptuous. We are getting some great vocabulary today. Oh, Jacqueline's been watching. Oh, you've seen the mess I'm in this morning, Jacqueline Claire Bendel. And I think she likes the idea of making me work hard, dropping and giving her 10 press-ups or something like that. Absolutely. Abuse your power here tomorrow as a guest, Jacqueline. Really looking forward to you being with us tomorrow. Why not pop in a link to your work in the comments and give everybody a foretaste, a starter, an amuse-bouche of your fine work. And thanks to Owen for connecting us. I'm looking forward to talking with you tomorrow. Really, then, it does connect with that vocab there, isn't it? We are going into the Boa Zona zone tomorrow with Jacqueline Claire Bendel. And a late born dear from Will Thompson as well. Hey up, Will. I'm enjoying our interactions on Facebook while the pair of us are still allowed to be on there without getting banned or suspended for a little while. What a place this is, Facebook. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. Take care. Bye for now. And see you at Ownet.news. Take care. Te logo, te já. Te amanhã. Ciao for now.